Hi there, I'm Alpha, and I run Shonen Bag Studios.
I'm Spencer from Avi Studios.
You don't run Avi Studios?
Avi Studios runs me. I'm a bot.
I'm Jensen from Jensen's channel.
And this is our collab on godly love in relationships. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Let's jam?
It's a bebop thing.
Stop it, just stop please.
Right. Love is an important part of our lives. Our relationships with our romantic partners, family members, and friends are influenced by love in one form or another. Love is good. It feels nice to love and be loved by others.
Unless you're in love with this chick.
Funny how you are the one talking about love. What would you know about that?
Anyways, what is love? Generally, love is showing others that they matter. You can tell them, hang out together, or murder your rivals to have his undivided attention, but the meaning is still the same. People love those they care about. What people define as love changes over time, however.
Indeed, what this generation calls love is in fact nothing more than questionable moments behind closed doors. Even kindness between friends is limited to, you do this for me, I'll do that for you. That's not love, that's business. And business is a lie created by liberal scum. The lost sheep of our times consider love as nothing more than goods and services. It sickens me.
Alpha, you are mean people change it. Times change.
Yeah, they changed it, now it sucks.
Clearly, our modern concept of love is very different from traditional views. Traditionally, love is found in different forms in many kinds of relationships. You can love your romantic partner, of course, but you can also love your family, your friends, and other people. Based on this view, love is everywhere. It's the measure of faith. In 1 John 4:8, it is written, "Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love." To truly follow Christ is to be an example of His love.
You shouldn't keep this godly love to yourself, however. We influence people by having relationships with them. Christians in relationship not only represent themselves but also Christ. That is why it's important for us to have godly love.
We keep talking about this godly love thing, but what is it really?
Godly love is love that is godly. In other words, what makes godly love different from normal love is that it is according to the teachings of God.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get it.
But all love is governed by God's rules. Check Leviticus for all sorts of rules about romantic and brotherly love.
True. However, godly love is a very divine kind of love, one that doesn't change. Unlike the other types of love, it will always play by the rules of God, not men. Humans cannot change the definition of godly love. It was, is, and always will be consistent.
Well then, to get a better idea of what this godly love looks like, let's talk about some of its qualities.
First, let's talk about patience. It is our nature to want things to be done as soon as possible. However, patience is about more than simply waiting for events. It is also about waiting for people. You may wait for someone to change their ways or to simply have opportunities for a relationship. Above all, patience is the realization that things haven't done according to our plans, but to God's plan.
Now, let's talk about some examples of patience in relationships. For example, patience is waiting for the day virtual waifus become real and you can finally have a meaningful relationship.
We're actually going to talk about virtual waifus? I thought that was a joke on the script.
Why not? It's something everyone can relate to.
I am a Chinese boy and don't know your Japanese slang. Please explain what waifu is.
A waifu is an anime character that you have a crush on.
The way these characters are written are idealized versions of the female or male personality.
These perfect lovers are considered by us socially awkward otaku to be superior to real girls because they're In fact, we are willing to claim that waifus are even more real than real girls. Thousands of fans flock to concerts to see a hologram dancing and singing pre-recorded music as the main attraction.
Also, since you can print a waifu onto pillow, you can do...
Okay, we're not going there. Anyways, in recent times, there exists a product called Gatebox, which brings holographic projections of your waifu to life, programmed to fit your desires.
Whoa, technology!
The virtual waifu lovers aren't the only patient ones either. Virtual waifus wait for them whenever they leave, and love them regardless of who they are.
But the virtual waffles are made to love. That's what they are designed to do.
Yes, they are programmed to be patient. And what difference does that make? Just because they reject the mainstream concept of a relationship, one between two humans, does not mean they should be treated differently. If God has provided a romantic partner for them in the form of holographic technology, let them act according to His will.
Isn't that how the LGBT infidels define their views?
Okay, enough of this. Next topic. Another quality of godly love is kindness. A godly person should do good things for others. Don't limit kindness to your friend. Matthew 5:46 reads, "If you love those who love you, what reward will you get? Are not even the tax collection doing that? Having compassion for all who in need, whether they are friend or stranger." Also, one important thing to know about kindness is that it is about generosity. Don't expect reward or compensation for any kind act you do, or choose what to do and what not to do based on whether you will receive anything. That is not kindness, but is instead acting in your own interest. How can you show kindness? You can show kindness to others in community by giving to charities. As for your friends, you can give them evidence when they need guardians. You can be kind to your family by doing chores without complaining.
And if you're a virtual waifu, you can show kindness to your owner by sending him encouraging messages.
Okay, what is with you and virtual waffle?
Why don't you like virtual waifus?
They are 2D and they are flat.
Not so, my brother. Some virtual waifus are better endowed than others. Earth-chan is not flat.
But they aren't even real.
What is real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Whoa! Matrix!
Let me ask you, is God real? If God is real, though the unbelieving cannot see Him, how much more real are virtual waifus, who the unbelieving can see?
But virtual waffle can't do anything.
You should show kindness and respect to all, even those who cannot help you.
Okay, next topic. Faithfulness. You know what the important thing about godly love is? God. They're not in control. You're not in control. God is in control. Accept that God is in control, and He will make and break relationships as He desires. That is not to say that He's some jealous overlord toying with us, because He's not. If He shows you someone and an opportunity for a relationship, you should do so in faithfulness. Besides faith in God, there's another part to being faithful. You should also be faithful to other people in your relationships. Even if someone better comes along, you should... For it is written in Mark 10:9, "Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate." Of course, God's interests are above human interests, but it's always good to be faithful. The human waifu relationship is all about faithfulness. Will a virtual waifu leave you just because someone else has more time to spend with her? Of course not. It's expected that you remain faithful to your virtual waifu. After all, she is faithful to you. Do not be tempted by real women. Do not be tempted by that other brand of virtual waifu either. Only by being faithful can secure relationships be made, just as God intended it to be.
Our culture doesn't value faithfulness much, but I think waifus can actually enforce the concept of being faithful to your lover.
Even the waifus of a harem series like Lucifer still value faithfulness highly.
So you must be faithful to the one you love.
Oh yes, otherwise she'll stab you.
Wait, what?
Okay, next. Next up on our list of qualities is hopefulness. To be hopeful is to believe that better things are to come. In particular, God will do what is needed to make things better. While all qualities of godly love are useful, hopefulness is what causes you to start loving. You hope that a good relationship with that person will happen. You hope that your virtual waifu will become real someday. Romans 8:25 reads, "But if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently." Because you hope that day will come, You're willing to invest love into her. Here's another relatable example. Is the new girl interested in senpai? Not to worry, have hope. Are teachers patrolling the halls? Not to worry, have hope. Man can only do so much, but with God, all things are possible. God will give you what you need so that His will may be done. And if He doesn't, perhaps it was never His will in the first place. Maybe senpai will never love you.
To quote Nicole in her rejection letter, you'll fall in love with someone else one day since you're you. May the fates be kind, it could happen. Rejection is a part of life, but even the rejector understood that life still moves on. You have to endure.
Which brings us to our last point. Audience.
That movie was boring.
That movie was good.
Both of you shut up about Rayful.
Does that look like a waifu to you? Alright, here's a waifu!
I don't care, stop wasting time. Okay, relationship aren't one time. You can't just make a relationship and then ignore it. Whether you need to keep interacting with the other person to keep the relationship close and meaningful. However, both sides need to put effort into the relationship. A one-side relationship isn't really a relationship. This a lot of work and you will face obstacles, but only by enduring in relationships can they become force for good. Enduring always makes relationship longer lasting. After all that has happened to you, them and the relationship I won't break as easy. This attitude of working on the relationship over the reinforce the connection between you and them.
Endurance is another reason why virtual waifus are superior to real partners.
Okay, I get it. You're crazy about virtual waffle.
I am not crazy. What's crazy is this world that refuses to let me be with my waifu. Anyway, I simply have the endurance needed to have good relationships with them.
Hard to believe.
Besides, virtual waifus will always be there for you. Through the ups and downs of life, you can always depend on the holographic projection to brighten up your day.
But is one-side relationship, your virtual waffle is only following a script.
Are you saying that humans do not? The only reason humans don't seem to follow a script is because they forget what the next line says, so they make it up on the spot. The general trends remain, however. People will always argue, wars will always be fought, and no matter how you look at it, it will be you guys' fault we aren't popular.
So, now we know what godly love is. These are the qualities of godly love, as described in the Bible. Now the question is what to do with this knowledge. Easy! We express godly love in us!
I'm sure we can all agree that godly love is a good thing. People naturally seek positive traits in other people. Having a partner who has these qualities of godly love is good. However, having these qualities ourselves is more important. Before you try to find godly love in others, ask yourself whether you have godly love first. We should focus on our godly love before we focus on finding someone else who has it. It is a duty of Christians to have godly love, because God wants godly people to be carriers of His love. If there are obstacles in our life preventing us from realizing this potential, we can ask God for advice on how to love like Him. It's what we've been doing for centuries. Of course, that advice usually creates martyrs, but I digress. Realize that there are neither perfect people nor relationships. Not even virtual waifus are perfect. That is the sad truth. Rather, it is a duty to lead others to the perfection associated with godly love through example. To sum it all up, focus on you before you focus on who.
That's all, folks. Thank you for watching this video. See you all, when will the next collab be?
No idea. Maybe when virtual waifus become a thing.
Only God knows.
Oh well. Anyways, I'm Alpha.
I'm Spencer.
I'm Jensen.
And this has been our collab. See you next time.
No. I don't want to stay up for days on end working on stuff again. Please no next time. Please.
That's not very lovely.
I'm done. Alright. That's it. Goodbye. Stop recording. That's it. We're...